Hi guys, welcome to Park Hill Professional Studies Professional Conversations. This is a reminder to you on how to behave at a professional luncheon or breakfast. So we're really going to talk about professional conversations and proper business etiquette when you are at a breakfast or a luncheon. This video you can watch is a TED Talk about having confidence. So you may be walking into a situation where you know no one or you don't know what the mission of the company or program you're going to visit is. However, in this TED Talk, you will learn that having confidence, and sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. I'm going to help you as much as I can, but if you want to watch this video to kind of get some building confidence, confidence is key. All right, step one is getting there. How long will it take you to get there? Arrive at least 15 minutes early. Step two, remember once you get there, how do you greet someone? So this is really talking about a professional handshake. So when you greet someone, you shake their hand, you smile, you make some sort of welcoming comment. Wow, I'm so happy to be here today, or thanks so much for inviting me, or can you believe the weather outside? Good morning, good afternoon. Something that really shows that you're positive and excited to be there. Shaking hands is so key, professionally and just in life. So here is a video that will take you through some terrible handshakes and maybe practice with your guardians or your friends or your teacher, instructor, just to make sure you know how to give a professional handshake. Step three is to practice. You need to be able to answer all of the following questions. Why are you here? Well, you're either at the business luncheon or the breakfast because you're a part of the professional studies program. You have been invited by, who are you invited by? Maybe your instructor, was it the superintendent, was it the director of professional studies? Why are you there? They may also ask you, what is the class you're enrolled in, Ed 2020 internship or health sciences? You need to be able to give a 30 to 45-second pitch on what the program is and what specifically you do. A lot of people will confuse professional studies with NCAPS. So what is the difference? This snapshot that I have provided for you kind of shows you how we like to describe the differences between NCAPS, NCC, and Park Hill Professional Studies. You are enrolled in obviously the green track, but the differences are about maybe how much time a day that you have to have in the class or maybe what you're enrolled in. You never want to talk poorly about another program. All three programs are fabulous. So when they ask you if it's an NCAPS class, you should just say, no, it's not, and maybe what some differences are between the two programs. Why did you sign up for that class? So specifically, why did you sign up? Why are you in Park Hill Professional Studies? Let them know. What are your plans after high school? Are you going into the career? Where are you going? Are you going to school? Where are you going? If you are not sure, that is absolutely okay, but what are you thinking about? Being professional means talking even if you don't have a long, full answer, so you should be able to answer this about what your plans are after high school for about 30 to 45 seconds. If you know what you're doing after college or after career or what your kind of life plan looks like, share it. That looks really good on your behalf. Favorite part of Ed 2020 internship or health sciences? Tell us a story. The more specific you can get, the better you look. Least favorite part? Do not make anyone look bad. Maybe your least favorite part is professional dress or that you only get to go for one semester, but make sure that you're not making anyone look poorly. What do you want to be? This is a typical question, and why do you want to do it? So you ask me, what do I want to be when I grow up? I'm not just going to say a teacher. I want to be a teacher because it's that elevator speech that we've practiced. At least 30 to 60 seconds. How does this class differ from other courses you've taken? Do not put any other classes down. Every single class has helped contribute to your experience in professional studies. So maybe learning content, if you're an engineer in your science and math classes, has really helped when you're at your internship, put it into practice. Here's some other questions that you should be prepared to answer. Why did you sign up for the program? What has the program shown you as a student and future employee? What have you learned through this internship? How is it preparing you for the future? How important is the real world experience versus sitting in a classroom? What skills have you gained, and what advice do you have for future students who may see this piece? That's really talking about what advice do you have? What skills have you gained? That's really talking about professional skills. Make sure you're able to say what professional skill you've learned throughout the semester. Step 4 is manners. Manners are very important at a business function. It makes you look more professional. So I just want to go over a few of these things before you go out to either your breakfast or lunch. Even if the adults around you are not doing this and practicing good etiquette, you should. 101, dress appropriately. That's the first thing you're judged on. If you're wearing a really short dress or your pants are not ironed and looking good, people will think, oh man, that's not a very good first impression. So dress appropriately, dress comfortably so you feel confident. Wear your badge. You look more official when you have identification. So if you have a badge, wear it. Arrive early, at least 15 minutes early so you are not stressed out. I like to be there 20 minutes early sometimes to really make a good first impression and really network. This is a time to meet people for you. Restroom breaks. Obviously, everyone has to go to the restroom. Excuse me, but it's more appropriate to go before or after an event. If you have to go to the restroom during the luncheon or the breakfast, absolutely fine. Just excuse yourself. Sitting down together. That talks about when you're at the table. Professionally, you want to make sure that you are not sitting down before somebody else. You kind of wait to see what the other people are doing at the table, and then you sit down all together. That's proper etiquette. Let's say you're sitting down at the table and someone new arrives. The proper thing to do would be to stand up when they arrive, shake their hand, and greet them. Now, if you're already eating, that might not be appropriate since your hands may be dirty, but generally speaking, when someone new arrives at the table, you stand up. No cell phones. I know I have a bad habit of this as well when I'm at dinner with my friends. Do not put your cell phone on the table. It does not look good. So maybe you need to put it in your pocket, or maybe you need to carry a purse or a bag. But please don't have your cell phone on the table. It's only an hour and a half. I know you can make it. And obviously, no gum. There will be nowhere to put it. Most of the time, you have cloth napkins. So you're not going to put it in there. So no gum, please. Talking about professional dress, women, here is what you should be wearing. And here are some examples. Inappropriate outfits. All of these are inappropriate. They're either too short, show too much skin, bare shoulders, too high of heels, too chunky of jewelry. Just make sure that you're really thinking about, man, how should I look at a proper business function? So you put your best foot forward. Men, pants, no denim or shorts, collared shirt or polo, professional shoes, groomed hair, tie or bow tie, and even a jacket is optional. You can never be overdressed. That is very appropriate. That would be appropriate. Or that one. The one on the far right where he's wearing khakis and the pink shirt, that is appropriate, but you want to jazz it up for a professional luncheon, especially since you don't get to go very often. If you could wear a tie or bow tie, if you have a jacket, that's great. If you have problems affording any of these outfits, just let Sarah know and I will get in touch with you. These are inappropriate outfits. They do not send the professional vibe. Do not wear denim to a professional luncheon. It just does not put your best foot forward. If you're unsure, please take a picture of what you're wearing and send it to my email at heifercamps@parkhill.k12.mo.us. This is an informal place seating. If you're going to a luncheon, they most likely will have this. If you're going to a breakfast, it may be buffet or it could be like this. Generally speaking, you always work from your outside in. So you start with your salad fork or your soup spoon and work your way in. You will not have a wine glass because you're not 21 years old, but it may be a tea glass. So the rule of thumb is if you put your fingers out in front of you right now, one makes a B and one makes a D. So just make little circles. B is on, or D is on your right-hand side, meaning that's where your drink is. B is on your left-hand side, meaning that's where your bread plate would be. So if there was a bread plate, it would go right about here. I don't know if you can see my mouse moving. So that way you know where always your drink is and your bread. So B and D, drink on right, bread on left. Some tips about eating. The rule of thumb is you do not touch your food until everyone has received something. So let's say they typically serve at these events women first. So girls, you will sit and wait until every single person at your table, either 8, 10 people typically, do not touch your food until everyone has received something. Maybe somebody sitting next to you starts. You wait until everyone has received something unless you are otherwise told. If you're at a buffet, they may tell you to start eating. Just be, careful and make sure you're looking around and make sure you're not the only one doing something. Say thank you often when you're being served. If there's a waiter, make sure you say thank you when they take your plate, give you your plate, all that stuff. Taste your eating. I always look around to see where everyone else is in their eating compared to mine. So I don't want to be the first one to finish my plate, but I also don't want to really be the last one either because that means I was talking too much. So pace your eating to make sure that you're kind of with where everyone else is. No elbows on the table. Obviously, you're not going to talk with your mouth full. Use your napkin. If someone asks you a question, put it up in front of your mouth until you're able to answer. Chew softly with your mouth closed. You're going to notify the waitstaff when you're done. You're not going to raise your hand. That's not professional. You notify the waitstaff by crossing your knife and fork over your plate face down. And then once again, when they take it, you say thank you. Here are 2 table etiquette quizzes just for you to kind of make sure you know what to do when you're at a luncheon or breakfast. The first one, the pro-profs, that is actually at a dining etiquette. So that means a really more so a luncheon or where you will have a wait staff, where the other one is a buffet. So you understand what the difference is between a buffet and dining wait staff. Next thing is awkward turtle is silence. So what do you say during breakfast or lunch? You want to make sure you're having conversations because that's a professional thing to do. You don't just sit there in silence. So what do you talk about? You can talk about jobs, the weather, sports, the KC area, and education. Just be careful in education. You never want to offend somebody. Let them bring it up first. So, what do you talk about with jobs? What do you do? Did you always know you want to do that? What does your day-to-day task look like? What is the best part about being a blank? You may be sitting next to somebody that you do not know, so you want to make sure you're able to have these conversations. You could talk about the weather. Wow, I can't believe it's October. It's so nice out. Man, the rain has been really unfortunate recently. The weather's always a safe conversation to have, and you can always relate it back. Sports. Did you watch that Chiefs game on Sunday? Wow, that was really cool that we beat the Broncos. You could talk about the KC area. Did they grow up in Kansas City? Are you from Kansas City? Have you always lived in Kansas City? And once again, you could talk about education. So asking this question, did you attend college or university in the area, could be offensive if they did not attend college or university. So make sure you understand that their profession. If you're talking to a nurse, they obviously went to nursing school. So you could ask that question. Just make sure you're being cognizant that not everyone will follow the same career path as you. Education Foundation, typically this is one of the main breakfasts we go to. So you could ask about the Education Foundation or any of the other events you're at. Topics to avoid: family, children. Don't ask them if they share that information, or their wife, or their spouse, or anything along that nature. Let them bring that up to you. Maybe you do know somebody from their family, but you really don't talk about personal things unless they go there. Politics. We don't care what your views are on the last election. Do not bring up politics at a professional luncheon or breakfast. Don't talk about money. Don't talk about religion, and don't talk about sexual orientation. These are things to avoid at a professional luncheon or breakfast. And the last step is saying goodbye and giving thanks. Say goodbye. Stand up from the table, make an ending comment to whoever you were sitting next to. And maybe you want their business card. Maybe that'd be nice for you to, continue to network. Hope you have a good rest of your day. If they offer, I would always try to shake their hand again to show that you are confident and mature. Smile and say goodbye. The last thing is thanking the host. Oop, that says tank. Thank the person that paid for you and thank the person that invited you. That's always important. So whoever invited you to that luncheon or breakfast, make sure you thank them. Walk up, shake their hand, say thank you again. That's all I got. Have a good day. Bye.